Hello, welcome to your next learning adventure. The purpose of this activity, as you can see, is to assist you, the learner, to understand concepts associated with the transformations of quadratic functions, their graphs, which are parabolas, and also to build the skill of developing and testing mathematical conjectures. So for this activity, I'm going to guide you through how you can use Desmos, this online free graphing calculator, to determine what is going on when you take a function and manipulate some of the variables in it. So for this activity, the first step is to let's create a function. So two methods you can use. Number one, you can either add an item, or you can type right in one of these empty slots, like so. We're going to enter in the typical function of a quadratic equation in graphing form. So we have f of x is equal to, and you can type it with your keyboard, or you could actually use the keyboards down here below. So we're going to go f of x is equal to a times, in parentheses, x minus h, end parentheses. We're going to use this a squared button for the exponent 2. You're going to want to hit a space bar, and then plus k. If you notice, what pops up below are options for sliders, which is the availability of you to be able to manipulate what the a, the h, and the k values are in a function. And for this process, what we want to do is actually select all. We want to create a slider for each. And if you notice, once I hit all, each of the sliders down below here popped up and are available to you. And also, if you notice to the right here, the graph of a function, this function, with the values where a is equal to 1, h is equal to 1, and k is equal to 1. I'm going to select this parabola, and if you'll notice, 2 points popped up. One of them is one of the intercepts, in this case the y-intercept at 0, 2. And another point that popped up is the vertex 1, 1. Keep an eye on those points as we manipulate. Now what we'd like to do is, let's drag this so that a is equal to 1, but h and k are actually equal to 0. And this now looks like a format, basically a basic parabolic function where y is equal to x squared, which you've used before. What we would like you to do today is this. Use this function, the sliding tools, and the graph to develop conjectures for each of the 3 variables a, h, and k. For a while, work alone. Use the function, the sliders, and one other tool that I'd like to add, which in this case is a table. We want to create a table from that function. One way you can do it is by adding a table in that format, or I'm going to go back to this function here. And I hit the, if you notice here, I hit the edit list. And it gives me the option to put a table here also, right below that function. And that's what I want to do. So now, if you notice, I have the basic function up top, I have a table, and I have the values. And in this case now, what I'd like you to do is manipulate this So what we would like for you to do in this activity is to use this function, the sliders, and the graph, and then one other feature, which is a table. So when I click in the cell here for this function, and then go up to Edit List, it gives me the option of converting to a table. So we want to add that table. In this table of values, it gives you a basic set of numbers that we're inputting for x. In this case, as you can see on this list. But it's asking you here for what function. So we're going to type in f of x in this case. And you'll notice then it has the values. For example, if we type in 0 in for x, with these values of our a, h, and k, these are the function values that we get. So what we'd like you to do is take a few minutes to play around with the sliders, to take a look to see what's going on, play around with the h and the k and the a, and develop conjectures as to what is going on with those values and the transformation of this graph.